Hello, beautiful people. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Please leave your comments. Um, and it's your super thanks are so appreciated and your PayPal donations. But mostly, please subscribe. That's City Playing. Please subscribe, comment, like. It's free. If you want to join the channel and become a member, that's for a small fee. That's also appreciated. But please, you will not want to miss my live on Saturday at 10 a.m. Texas time, 4 p.m. UK time. I will have two guests. I am so psyched about this. You'll see. You will not want to miss the live. So click on the reminder for the live because it's gonna be really cool. Anyways, I want to talk about, if you notice in my channel, I haven't talked much about Christopher Bouzy and Meghan Markle and all that mess about canceling that's been going on about that. Simply because I didn't want to, I don't know how to explain it. I didn't want to make it a big deal. I didn't want to, I didn't know much about it either. So I really didn't have an opinion. But I've learned a lot of stuff from that about the bots and stuff like that, and Christopher Bouzy, and the impact it had on canceling so many accounts, the impact on censorship, the impact, for example, Yankee Wally taken down, even by YouTube. But, okay, I know there's lots of bots and everything, but at the end of the day, and this is my take on this, at the end, that's City, by the way, she's playing. At the end of the day, the decision to censor and cancel all of us, or anybody of us who have been canceled or censored or whatever, was taken not by the amount of bots. Because let me tell you something, YouTube, Twitter, they know which people are real and which ones are bots. They know. One of the things that with Elon Musk that came to light is that Elon Musk kept saying, I don't want to buy Twitter because there's too many bots, and they know it. Can they prove to me that I'm wrong? You know, because you can see they can easily be spotted because they don't have very many interaction. They have a certain, it's a specific way of handling things. From what we've seen of censorship, it's worked with, you have to be a specific political party. You have to have a specific set of beliefs. And if you don't, then you're canceled. That is called dictatorship. I did a video. Many of you thought I was getting political about things. I am not. I'm pointing things out. If it turns out that you believe it's political because it reflects the actions of a specific political group or specific people. I've been called anti-homo, I've been called that I hate gays and stuff like that. I'm not. But at the end of the day, Twitter and YouTube, they cancel you, they censor you if you don't go along a certain narrative. Now, the reason why I'm talking about this now is actually I watched, and I think I posted the link. I did post the link about the DUI guy interviewing this lady, and Meghan Markle, Christopher Bouzy, and she made a link which was extraordinary to me. If you haven't seen it, I will link it again today because this you must watch. I know you will think, oh, this is boring. What does that have to do with me? Actually, it does. Because that's exactly the same question the guy asked the lady when she started talking about when Barack Obama, I don't know if you know much about politics or stuff like that, but prior, there had been a bill signed to stop censorship in propaganda. it's the, the free speech and stuff like that, and no propaganda was allowed and stuff like that during in the United States for elections or anything like that. Barack Obama very quietly, silently overturned that bill. So therefore, propaganda is now allowed in the United States, and because of that bill, now you hear the words "their truth, my truth." Because before, you really needed, even though free speech existed, defamation or propaganda or propagating, I don't know if you say that in English, propagate false information or a specific narrative that wasn't true was not allowed. Before, being a journalist meant that you really needed to have your ducks in a row. You really needed, free speech was respected, but you can't yell fire in a theater when there's none. That's basically what it boiled down to. Well, Barack Obama overturned that very quietly. Now you can yell fire at the theater if you think there is fire, but you know there's no fire, but you still want to yell it, basically. That's what basically has happened. And then the DUI guy asked, well, what does that have to do with Meghan Markle? Because with that bill, with that thing that Barack Obama signed, basically it allowed for people to create propaganda, bot farms, in order to create a specific narrative out in the public to influence the way you think, the way you vote, the way you do everything. Look at the media. I mean, the fact that, and I'm not being political, but it's just the way it is. I'm not being political or anything, but it's a fact. It happened. Or Barack Obama signed that bill allowing propaganda and, in a way, censorship in order to dictate a narrative in the media. And we all know that we all read the news. And the problem with internet is that, you know how they say internet is forever? So the slander, the defamation is forever, and it's really hard to get out or remove once it's there. I am living proof of that. But where am I getting this with Christopher Bouzy and Meghan? Christopher Bouzy, this lady shows the link, the very clear link that Christopher Bouzy and Meghan Markle, and how they created huge amounts of bot farms, okay, by the Democrats apparently, to create a narrative about Meghan Markle. They don't even think that it was Meghan Markle herself who got these bot farms, but the Democrats. I don't think they're helping her out now anymore because it backfired and, she was not that great of a candidate. But it is going to be very interesting to find out the truth about who ordered these bot farms, who created them, and why were they created. Because from what this lady said, she actually said she felt sorry for Meghan Markle because she was being used by the Democrats and the people who created these bot farms. That she's been used because they wanted her to serve specific purpose, where there was an anti-monarchist purpose or whatever. But basically, Meghan Markle came in. Probably, let me tell you something. Many people didn't think that. Even Meghan Markle didn't think she was going to marry Harry, which is why she was in such a rush to do it. She was in such a rush to do it because, she probably thought, I better do it before this fool finds out really who I am, that I've lied about everything. And that's it. Now, I don't know what Christopher Bouzy is going to do. I don't know what's going to happen in that. But one question that really, you know what? I know maybe it's I'm a little obsessed about certain things, or I pick on things and I don't let go of it until I have an answer for it. But in the email that between Meghan Markle and Jason Knauf, there is something that's been bothering me since I read it, which is the sentence that Meghan Markle says to Jason Knauf along the lines of, the press was back briefed about the non-existent relationship between Samantha, my sister, and myself, and yet the press allowed her to keep talking, or something like that. It's something like that, or basically gave her a platform to speak, or something like that. And this is something that I will ask my guest on Saturday, whether they were briefed, in fact, about that, and what the reaction was. But to me, the most amazing thing of all of that is that Meghan Markle felt entitled to tell the press what or not to say, who or not to talk to. And she was outraged that they didn't obey her orders. It's like, I told him that I had no relationship with her, and yet still they let her talk. In that sentence, you can see the anger. And I gotta tell you something. I'm not impressed with Jason Knauf. Yes, he wrote the memo. Yes, he wrote the memo, and whatever you would like. I'm not impressed with him because, to me, and this is a very personal opinion, he waited until the judgment was given that the case was not proceeding to trial in the United Kingdom for him to release those emails, when it was safe that nothing was going to be done. Okay? They didn't want it to go to trial, but they wanted to expose Meghan Markle's lies. Now, if you have read the messages between Jason Knauf and Meghan Markle, he was an absolute sycophant of Meghan Markle. He was doing her bidding right, left, and center. Absolute sycophant. You can see the messages between her and himself, and the things that he's talking about. Her father, her sister, Samantha. I don't know what happened between her and him that he turned on her. But it had nothing, and I'm willing to bet this, that it had nothing to do with him finding out that Meghan Markle was lying, because he's not a stupid man. He probably knew she was. There were many things that did not add up. I am pretty sure she did something to him personally, insulted him or any way, that he decided to turn on her. Because he had been witnessing, he had been not only witnessing, he was a participant in everything. I wonder if there are going to be emails between Jason Knauf prior to the wedding and Meghan Markle saying, you should really have your father, he should really be briefed, we should really protect him from the media, he should really be brought in. I wonder if those emails are out there and exist. Because, I mean, the thing that I don't like, I've been calling out Meghan Markle for a long, long time, and you know that. But I don't like it when the press use somebody, and then they turn on them, and then they're exposing all the skeletons when they knew those skeletons were there to begin with and were useful to begin with for them. Because I can tell you something, the royal family knew what Meghan Markle was and was not about. This woman must have been investigated down to, you have no idea. They chose to look the other way. They knew what she was doing with her family. Are you telling me that the royal family didn't think it was really weird not having any member of her family there, or her urging her to go there and do that? They knew. But at the time, it was popular for her to be a part of the royal family. Now that she's turned on them, I mean, you know, in a way, I can see Meghan Markle shocked, because she must think, wait a minute, you guys knew what I was doing, and you covered for me. And now you're turning on me because I'm doing to you what I did to my own family and friends. I mean, it's a messed up thing, you know. I just woke up this morning because that's been really bothering me about this Christopher Bouzy and that video that I watched. That I will leave at the bottom, because the bot farms only take you so far. YouTube and Twitter, no, let me tell you something. In the monetization of the YouTube channel, it had there's a part that I don't really much understand that, but they have real viewers and stuff like that. They have a way of knowing when, because maybe the account doesn't have any followers or hasn't been active or only chooses to focus or comment in specific accounts and in a specific way. They have a way of knowing real viewers, and you know they do that. They do return. I mean, they have everything. They have the analytics for that. When YouTube decided to censor or cancel Yankee Wally, I mean, the censorship is so real that if you have Yankee Wally or anything related to Yankee Wally, you may get censored or canceled. It has nothing to do with the bot farms. Look at Jeremy Clarkson right now. Jeremy Clarkson is being canceled, not because of bot farms, but because he dared to compare Meghan Markle to a scene in the Game of Thrones. Meghan Markle is allowed to lie and slander, defame everybody, and nothing happens to her till now. Now she's going to trial, and she's going to have to. I can guarantee that Meghan Markle's going to say she's pregnant and she can't go, and she's going to fake another miscarriage, because that's very typical. You can predict behaviors like that. But what do you think? Do you think, honestly think, the bot farms have been used by political parties and certain people, even by Amber Heard? Amber Heard, for example, she was used to create a narrative about Johnny Depp. There's even a theory that Johnny Depp was, that Disney was using that because they wanted to get out of Johnny Depp's contract, and they didn't want to hire him anywhere, so they wanted to completely end his career. I don't think so. I don't think they'd go that far. But anyways, what do you think? Do you think that the bot farms are that powerful? Because if they were, I don't think so. Because if they were, we would have a different opinion of Meghan Markle no matter what she does. Instead, we don't. Everybody sees her for her lies. Everybody sees her for her lies. So it is going to be very interesting to try out Samantha. And a lot of things are going to be found out. We'll see what happens. I mean, Meghan Markle, and the thing is that we can't fault Meghan Markle that much. And let me tell you why. Meghan Markle has been lying all her life. Meghan Markle has been lying, exaggerating. We all know that she didn't change the soap thing. That's BS. And yet she's still talking about it. And she must know that's not the case, because her father told her, her father has come out clean and said, you know what, no, she didn't get a response from Hillary Clinton or anybody. Even Hillary Clinton, who's friendly with Meghan Markle, hasn't come out and say, I sent her a letter, because she knows that's not true. Her father had to pull friendships with Nickelodeon in order to create a commercial about this, to call the attention, because of course she got none. So Meghan Markle has been making lies, has been lying, exaggerating, and her family was aware of this. I do believe that they were aware of it, but they didn't care because it's harmless. So Meghan Markle didn't change her behavior. Meghan Markle didn't change the way she is. It's just that when she actually married into the royal family, that she was put under a huge magnifying glass. And instead of her modifying her behavior, she continued with it. And she felt more emboldened by it because she felt she had the backing of the royal family now. Because look at this. She got away with perjury. She's gotten away with bullying, abusing, harassing, covered up. I mean, even to this day, the royal family refuses to release the bullying report. These victims have no voice. Even today. So, Meghan Markle hasn't changed. It's just that her behavior has been exposed or is being called out. And, you know, and in a way, in her mind, why would she change? Because the way she is, the way she was, got her to where she is now, which is with a royal title, still with access to a lot of doors that she never thought possible. And no matter what happens, she thinks she's going to walk away with a title or being able to use the title, just like Sarah Ferguson. I mean, what do you guys think? Please let me know, and don't forget to watch the live on Saturday. It's gonna be awesome.